So I thought just do another video as I was stuck in traffic back there, just quickly. Just a very short video actually, about what is, well, let's start off with, am I selling my car? Let's start off with that one. Go on, mate. There we go. Yeah, so I thought it'd be nice. Let them go. So, am I selling my car? Yes and no. I will be eventually. Maybe next year. Not like anytime soon, because obviously I need to pass the MOT first. But maybe next year. Maybe in 6 months' time. I'm not sure. But so in a way, no, I'm not at the moment. But yes, I am thinking about it. And what is my next car? So I haven't got a lot of options in my head. I've pretty much only got 2, maybe. So I've never driven this car, but I've always been intrigued by it, and I've never been sure on the looks. But like I said, I haven't really seen him in person, so I can't really like justify it. So I have to just like, I really need to see one in person. Maybe even, well, definitely need to test drive one. And it's just things that people say about the reliabilities on some of them. I think another video, is it Calvin? Like he does his YouTube channel. He said that he prefers this over this certain car. So, but you can't really take another person's word for it because it depends on you, right? But I've always been intrigued by this car, and there's basically like a 2-seater version and then like a 2+2. This so the car I'm on about is like the Aston. So I've always wanted an Aston Martin, as a lot of British people do, well, British men do, because they want to be like James Bond. And I've never been in one. My dad has. He said they're brilliant. But Calvin says that he doesn't like them. He thinks that this is better. And I think he drove, I can't remember if he drove the 4. I think he drove the 4.2 as well, and he said that. So obviously 4.7 in my eyes is better. Like I've driven both, and the sound difference is night and day, like, in my opinion. And obviously power. But I'm just not sure if I want to go down that route yet. But it's been playing on in my mind. Should I do it? So there's 2 options. So you've got the Aston Martin Vantage, which is obviously a lot lighter than this. It's 380 horsepower, so it means technically it's the same because power to weight ratio, etc. It's going to make it all more powerful actually. I think it's slightly slower than this car though. This is about, well, it varies this car. So 0 to 60, it varies quite a lot actually. I think it's like 4.6 to 5 seconds because I think the manufacturer said that it's 4.95 exactly. So 4.9 average it's 4.8, 4.7 is what a lot of people say. But the quickest time that someone's done it in, I think it's 4.6. So, but I'm not sure. I think it was, yeah, it was the ZF gearbox, not the F1, because that's slightly quicker. So 4.6. I always go with what the fastest, what it's capable of, because the 0 to 60 times, even if someone says, oh, it's this is the average, you're never going to get that because it depends on the road conditions, the weather. Are you using launch control? You know, I mean, who knows? So I'm just going with what it's capable of. So 0 to 60 in about 4.6 seconds. I think the Aston Martin Vantage is like 4.9. Again, I would have to look up what the fastest time is, but I think that's what it is. So obviously it's a lot smaller because that's another reason why I don't like this car. It's too big. It's like, I think like 5 meters, or nearly 5 meters, 4.9 or something like that. Yeah, so it's tricky to get out. I mean, I went to my uncle's yesterday, yeah, for his birthday, and he lives in like a cottage, really nice, like 5 acres of land or something. He's doing well for himself. He's always been well off, and trying to get out of there was annoying as hell. I mean, I had to do about a 20-point turn to try and get out. So I was thinking about that, and then I saw, because you can get them for like 25 grand ish, 30 grand for a decent one. And then I saw like the Aston Martin DB9, which my dad had driven, and he said that it's actually like really nice apparently. It's a V12. 5.9 is what they say it is, and I'm not sure. Sorry. Oh, getting this throat virus. Everyone's getting. I've heard about a throat virus that you get for like about 12 weeks or something. It's worse than COVID. I'm not sure if this is true or fake news on Facebook. So I've heard that I'm not sure if you can get a manual. I don't get a manual Vantage, which is what everyone like tries to get. The flappy paddles is quite clunky apparently, quite shit. The Vantage is a bit more expensive. There's those like the Vanquish. But obviously the DB9 is the cheaper one out of them. Obviously DB7 is the cheapest, but I wouldn't want to get one of those because they're just rust. So I would have to look into it, but I'm not sure if the DB9 comes in the manual or not. But I've gotten used to automatic so much now that I like the flappy paddles, especially if you've got a nice engine like this and a nice sounding exhaust. But I'm not sure what one to get. I mean, I don't really want to like step back, if you know what I mean. Like, obviously this is such a nice looking car. It makes you feel special. Will the DB9 make me feel more special? Is it nicer to drive? Does it sound better? I've heard that the V12 sounds really quiet for the engine. So I've got to get a coffee and something to eat. First time been to McDonald's since after Christmas.
Hey, are you using the app today?
No, I'm not. So yeah, so I'm not sure whether to take the plunge on the Aston Martin brand. What do you reckon I should do? I mean, I'm going to be looking at some like reviews about like the DB9 compared to the Vantage, and then maybe try and find like the Vantage versus Maserati and DB9 versus Maserati or whatever, and then see. I mean, it's got more horsepower than this, only slightly, like 450, so 10 more. So yeah, so 10 more horsepower compared to this, from stock I mean. So obviously this at the moment has been remapped and that. Right, cheers, thanks. Yeah, so it's been remapped to 444.5. So I'm just going with stock figures. So 450, I think it's got quite a bit more torque, I'm not sure, I would have a look. I think it's like 500 and something newton meters, I would have to work it out. But it's quite a lot more compared to this car. Okay. Yeah, quite a lot more to this car. 0 to 60, I'm not sure what the 0 to 60 is actually, I might have to have a look at that. I think it might be like 4.5 or something, not sure. So, I've got to just have a read up about it. It's definitely, it's not as long as this, even though it looks really long in the pictures, but it's not as long. I think it's like 20 centimeters shorter, and it's slightly weighs less. I think it's like 80 kilos lighter. So I'm not sure, but what do you guys think? Should I keep the Maserati, or do you reckon I should test drive and see about the Aston Martin? And should I get the Vantage or the DB9? Should I get a different car? Should I just keep this and save up for my dream car, the Ferrari? I don't really know. I'm actually stumped. I mean, you can get them for like 20 grand. Like DB9 is 20 grand. 19 grand actually. I've seen one for 19 grand. And lowest miles, I mean 52,000 miles on the clock. I was like, fucking hell. If I got one, I would definitely get like, I mean, what is the colour that everyone gets? I mean, you got like the grey, and then you got silver. I'm not sure if there's like the one that's you're meant to get because of James Bond. I thought it was silver. I could be wrong. It could be like grey. Is it gunmetal grey or something like that? So I will probably get silver because it looks nice in silver. White, not too sure, but I'll probably go for like silver if I did do it. So should I get one? Are they more reliable than these cars? Do they drive nicer? Do they sound nicer because it's a V12? Is it more fun to drive? Does it put a smile on your face more? Does it get more looks? I don't know. But let me know what you think I should do. Or has any one of you guys got an Aston Martin? Have any of you guys had a Maserati and an Aston Martin and you preferred the Maserati or you preferred the Aston? Have you guys got an Aston Martin DB9? Are they reliable? Tell me about it. So I was going to enjoy my Mackie D's, and then I'm going to look at some reviews. They give me, I don't know why they do this at McDonald's. They give you tons and tons of napkins. Sometimes they give me these with a coffee, and they don't give me any when I've got a burger. But let me know what you think. Should I take the plunge and get the Aston, or should I just stick with the Maserati? And let me know, like I said, let me know, are they more reliable? Do they sound nicer? Because I've never heard one apart from around the racetrack, and you can't really hear because you've got other people driving as well. So let me know, does the V12 sound nice, or should I, if I did get one, should I do an aftermarket exhaust? Does it sound nice to do an aftermarket exhaust compared to the Maserati where it just sounds like a fucking trumpet? But let me know, and we'll see you next year for 2026 when I'll maybe get a new car. Funny thing is though, that my dad's dream car is an Aston Martin. It'd be funny if I just done a prank to him and said, oh, I bought a Aston Martin just to wind him up, but it'd be an expensive prank, wouldn't it? A 20 grand prank, maybe. But will the V12 sound nicer than the Maserati's Ferrari-derived V8? Will it sound as good or better than this? Not sure.